What is up, YouTube? Today is leg day, and it is also 10:30 at night. I'm definitely pretty tired, and right now I have no pre or any stimulants in me right now. In my mind, having a full scoop of pre-workout with like 300 milligrams of caffeine would have been a little too much. And yeah, I could half scoop, but I think I'm just gonna run over to Wawa and pick up a Monster just to have like either a Monster or a Red Bull, just something with like only 100 milligrams of caffeine, just to give me a little push, but nothing too crazy to the point where I'm going to be up until like 3 in the morning because the pre is still keeping me up. But with all that being said, um, I'm heading over to Planet Fitness now because it is the only gym that is open right now. So once again, that Planet Fitness membership is absolutely coming in clutch. You could always count on them to be open. I think the one I go to is now 24/7. It used to be 24/5, like 24 hours, 5 days a week, but now they are open full 24/7, even on weekends, which is awesome. Game plan for legs today. I'm going to probably do a pretty long warm-up, walk on the treadmill backwards for a little bit, really warm up my knees. That's a great knee warm-up. I'm also going to be warming up my knees by doing some toe raises where I'll lean back on a wall and lift my toes up, and that really does a great job of warming up that front calf muscle as well as your knees. Then after all the knee warm-ups, like with the treadmill and the toe raises like I was talking about, probably going to do some mobility warm-ups to really just open up everything. Some of those are probably going to be some walking lunges, and I probably will record a few of those warm-up sets today just so you can see what I'm talking about now. But with the walking lunges, I'm probably going to walk on a diagonal slant, like lunge to the side and then lunge to the other side, really just to open up my adductors and abductors. Probably superset that with some of the abductor machines and adductor machines. Again, I'm a very stiff person in terms of leg training. My depth on squats is nowhere near where I want it to be, but I am working on it. I'm going to keep trying to work on hip mobility, ankle mobility, all that. That way I can get a more effective leg day. And the only way to do that is by really warming up all of the like tendons in your bones as well. It's not just about warming up the muscles, by doing like warm-up weights where I start with the bar, start with a plate. It's not only about that warm-up, but it's all about mobility warm-up as well. Again, I don't want to be a stiff person. I kind of want to be a bit mobile as well. After that, I'll probably go into some sumo squats just to warm up my glutes. Again, really just trying to open up everything. That way I get better flexibility in terms of my squats. And that is where I'm going to be probably starting my first work set of the day. Will probably be some Smith machine squats and probably just some leg press and leg extensions after that. I can't really see myself doing much more. Planet Fitness, I am limited to the leg equipment that they have there. They definitely have more leg equipment than they have at my house, so I'm not complaining at all. Again, I think simple works. You can't really overcomplicate much of your workouts, or I think that's where things could kind of go south. Keep it simple, do the basics because those work. So that's basically my game plan for quads, just some squats on the Smith machine, some leg extensions and some leg press. Then for hamstrings, it's probably going to just be what the heck am I saying? Probably just be a shit ton of leg curls. Unfortunately, I don't have a laying down hamstring curl machine at this Planet Fitness, so I'm probably just going to spam a bunch of seated hamstring curls and probably a few RDLs on the Smith machine. My lower back feels better. I know I didn't do RDLs last time due to soreness, but I'm feeling all right today. But again, I don't really like going crazy on RDLs because in my mind, I want to save my lower back for some rack pulls and deadlifts on back days. But with that being said, I'm not going to half-ass hamstrings at all. Those are a crucial muscle to grow, especially in the classic physique division that I want to be competing in. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to stop yapping and I'm going to get over to Wawa to pick up an energy drink, and then I'm going to head over to the gym. I'll see you for the first work set. Peace out. All right, what's going on, everybody? So I'm starting off my leg workout with some Smith machine barbell squats, and today these felt really, really nice. I apologize for not recording my warm-up sets, by the way, but for a warm-up, I walked backwards on the treadmill, did some knee mobility and hip mobility stretches, and I will definitely show them in the next video. But this is my top set right here. It felt pretty solid, being that I didn't have my belt. I completely forgot it at home, and obviously couldn't go back and get it, but if you don't know this, I did injure my back a few years ago, and that's just always something that kind of stays with me in my head. So I always try to be cautious and use a belt when I feel like I need to on a compound movement. But I wasn't going to let not having a belt stop me from squatting today, so I just decided to go a bit lighter. And being that I didn't have my belt, I wasn't as strong. I feel like the belt definitely helps squat a few more pounds, just the fact that you can brace better. But honestly, I'm not going to use that as an excuse. The quad activation I got without the belt still felt really, really nice. If you remember during that last set, you'll see that I failed the weight. Now, typically on squats, I like to treat it how I treat any other movement. I like to go to failure, but it's a very dangerous movement to go to failure. So that's why I like to set those safety pins up pretty high. That way it's not too dangerous to bail on the weight. Even if you get a spotter, it's still not the safest thing in the world, because you could honestly hurt your spotter. If he or she tries to pick you up, it could put both of you in a dangerous position. So always remember to keep those safety pins high. That way you could bail in a safer way. But now this is my second work set right here. I dropped the weight from 2 plates and a 25 to 2 plates and a 10. And I'm just going to rep them out as much as I possibly can. Right here, you'll see me fail a rep, and I'm still going to do a few partials before I completely bail on the weight. And I believe for that set, I got about 8 to 10 reps, which was enough volume, but I felt like I wanted to do a bit of a drop. So right here, I'm taking off a plate and a 10, and I'm just going to rep out 1 plate for as many more reps as I possibly can. Typically on barbell squats, I like to stand on a plate just to get some heel elevation. And with heel elevation, you'll get a little bit more quad activation. But I was warming up with using just like not my bare feet, but I was warming up without stepping on a plate, and the quad activation still felt really, really nice. So I just stayed for that for the rest of the movements. But right here, you'll see me honestly not even do a full rep, and I'm really just trying to do partial reps in the middle of the rep. And those felt really, really nice, just being that there's constant tension on the quads the entire time. I believe I did 2 more sets following this, but I did not record them. And I kind of just dropped the weight little by little and increasing the volume little by little. But after barbell squats were done, I moved over to the leg press. Right here, this is my, I think, first set of 15, and on these, I still like to take them to failure, but again, I really want to be safe when I'm taking any sort of leg movement to failure, so I kind of just think to myself, can I get another rep? And if the answer is no, I just stop. I don't really like doing partials on this movement because, again, I do not want to crush myself or get injured. So the only movement I'll really go to failure on for legs are leg extensions and squats, and the only way I'd go to failure on squats is if those safety pins were up. But leg press is more of like a 3 sets of 12 to 15 kind of movement for me. Not too much going to failure, or going as close as I can to failure without really hurting myself. But again, this is a very simple and effective leg day, so only 3 quad movements. This is the last movement of the day right here. Just some leg extensions. I believe I did 4 sets of squats, 3 sets of leg press, and 5 sets right here of leg extensions to finish off. Again, I'm trying to get a really nice squeeze at the top and then take it down nice and slow. Now you'll see me using that little lever on the side to self-spot myself a little bit. I think there's a good balance between self-spotting and partials, because when you do get a self-spot or a spot, a pro of that is that way you get the full contraction of the muscle at the top. However, partials are really good as well, because you're just honestly just using that brute strength and brute power to just really just keep pushing and moving the weight. So both are really, really good, and I'd honestly suggest doing both. Again, you just got to find a balance between them. That was the last quad movement of the day, and now this is the final and last movement of the day in total, just hamstring curls for hamstrings today. My lower back wasn't really feeling RDLs, especially after those squats going to failure, and honestly, I was completely fine with that. I did 8 sets of these sitting hamstring curls, and they freaking killed my legs. This voiceover is 3 days later, and my hamstrings are still completely fried. So again, this just goes to be said that it's more quality over quantity. You know, I don't have to do a ton of different hamstring movements. As long as the reps are really, really good and the intensity is really, really good, I could do one movement for an entire muscle group and still get an extremely good workout. So this is where that saying really comes into play, where quality over quantity. So this whole entire leg workout was only 5 exercises long, I think, but my legs were absolutely fried from it. No post-workout talk today. I'm sorry you're staring at a black screen again. The post-workout talks are absolutely going to be coming back. I've just been super duper busy after the gym, but in this video's case, I was really, really tired and just needed to go to bed. But I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.